Hello. So I've just completed the evening meditation for today. And I've been reintroducing this practice within my life literally in like the last hour, and I kind of forgot how good it was. So I thought I'd try to create the same feeling try to guide you through creating the same feeling that I'm trying to create more within myself. This feeling is gratitude, a kind of gratitude that comes from realizing how small we really are. We're like so small. I live in this house that's like 100 times, 1,000 times my size. In a city that's 1,000 times the size of that. On a planet that's it's just magnitudes above me, and yet I think I'm the most important person in the world, and we all do. So I'm not really sure how to go about this, but I was just thinking about this scarf. So I think I'll start with this. It doesn't have to be the scarf, it can be any kind of just clothing material, and then maybe I'll do some food as well. Just a disclaimer, if you have some kind of mental disorder that doesn't allow you to visualize things, I don't think this meditation will work for you. It might, I don't know, I haven't tried it, but I would be doubtful. So if you have aphantasia, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not sure it will work for you, but if you give it a go and it does, please let me know. I'm very interested. Okay, so just going to start with relaxing the body, and through that, just relaxing the breath, and through that, relaxing the body. And as the body and breath relax, the mind naturally comes to its own rest. So just going to start by slowing down the breath, starting to reach both extremes with my breathing, all the way out and all the way in. Feeling the sensations of this within the belly, and on any exhale, on every exhalation, just releasing some tension with it, just breathing out the tenseness. Not good with words today, apparently. Just allowing this rest, this slowness, this building steadiness, this relief, allowing it to spread into the body. Any Christmas songs pop into your mind, just saying hello and then returning back to the breath. If you feel stuck within the thoughts or mental imagery, just slow down a little bit more and bring more of the breath into the attention. If I'm in my nose, I'll bring my belly in as well, the sensations of both. If that's not enough, I'll start bringing in the weight of my hands on my legs. Just bringing all this into my attention simultaneously. That way there's no room left for any thoughts or any catchy Christmas songs. Okay, just sitting in this space for a few breaths now. Just continuing to deepen and sit within this restfulness. Bringing as much of the breath into our attention as we want or need, either or. And now just becoming aware of the clothes on our body. Another disclaimer, this probably won't work if you're naked. Just becoming aware of the sensations they hold on your body, the weight of the clothes, the warmth, the coolness, the texture. My scarf's soft on the back of my neck. My shirt is stiffer in comparison, but thinner. And my arms are bare, so I feel the coolness of the air on them. My trousers feel a little tight around the waist. Well, not tight, but stiff. And they've got creases within them, hard creases. So if I focus on it, I can almost find them through the sensations on my legs. Which bits have more pressure, which bits have less pressure of my legs. I can feel the texture of my trousers in my hands, the texture of the carpet on my feet, the rug. We have floorboards, not a carpet. Just picking one of these items now. I'm going to go with my scarf here. And just bringing into my attention this scarf and the textures it holds, the feelings, the sensations, the relationship I have with it, these sensations. And just thinking about how I acquired this scarf. How did it come into my possession? Got it as a Christmas present from my mother-in-law to be, I think. I'm now just completely imagining at this point where it was that they got it from. If I was her, how would I find this item of clothing? Well, I'd have to take time out of my day, I'd have to relocate to a supermarket, a clothing shop. I'd probably be browsing for a while, looking at the Christmas section. And when I found one that I thought was fitting, just glossing over that decision-making process. Always a nightmare picking clothes for someone else. You'd have to pay for it. I'd have to earn that money. I'd work however many hours to be able to pay for this scarf that I'm gifting to someone else. The emotions, the energy, the time that goes into it, just into this thing that I hand over to someone else. And that's one side. There's another side as well. How did the scarf get in the supermarket, the clothing market in the first place? What are the constituents of the clothing item you've picked? Probably synthetic in some way. The scarf I'm wearing, maybe some wool. How much wool would it take to make a scarf this size? Maybe one sheep sheared once, 2 sheep sheared once. And the wool's untangled, twisted into thread, dyed, knitted together to form this scarf. Quality control process to make sure it all went fine. Workers gossiping as they do the knitting or as they take part in any part of this assembly line. The same with the material itself. Just assuming it's got some wool in it. The farmers that raised the sheep, the workers that sheared them, the difficulties that they encountered on their way to work. Cars break down, roads are blocked. Mum takes too long in the shower, makes you late. It happens. Bringing this into our attention as well, the amount of energy it took to get this material here, the amount of energy it took to get the item here after it was made, the amount of energy it took to make this item. And this is only a small part of what actually happened. Actually, the story spans out much further. There's much, much more complexity This is just one item of clothing. Just feeling all of these aspects within the attention, and then bringing in another item. My shirt went through the same process, same complexity, so many connections, so much going on to get this insignificant plain white shirt onto me. Just trying to make all these things that we're considering as real as possible, because in one form or another they did happen within this moment, previously within this moment that we live in. They're not just psychological exercises, they actually occurred to get this to you, to me. The same with my trousers, the same with the rug I'm sat on, same with the headband on my arm, same with the shower I used this morning to clean myself, the same with the bed I sleep on, the duvet sheets, the duvet covers, the food that I eat, the noodles that I just ate, the plastic packaging that wrapped them, the food itself, the manufacturing process, the people involved within it, bringing all this into our attention. And saying thank you each time. Bringing all these things into our attention and cultivating this feeling of smallness, but not insignificance, but just understanding that everything within our lives is the result of so much time and so much energy. Just realizing that this is the world that we live in. We're just at the tip of the wave. The entire ocean is propelling us up to this point. We didn't get here on our own. So I think just saying thank you for these things. The time and energy that went into what we have. The time and energy that went into who we are. Those that reared us, those that brought us up. That one teacher we had in school that still directing us in some way. The bully we had in nursery that we decided we didn't want to be like. We're the epicenter of this network of connections. And cultivating this gratitude just reminds us that this is the reality, that we didn't get here on our own. I'm not sure why that's something good to have, but I feel like it helps me see more into the truth of reality versus the falsities that my mind likes me to believe are true. I guess I've just answered my own question there. Just keeping these things in our attention and saying thank you, expressing any form of gratitude we can. And then slowly just opening the eyes. And that's really what I wanted to share today, this evening. I used to make a habit of doing this whenever I ate any food, because I think things that enter our body should be respected in that way, and especially things that enter our body. So I'm trying to reintroduce this practice, and I invite you to do the same. I think even if it feels like a waste of time, it's a step towards seeing reality the way that it actually is. And I think that's something I want to work towards. And I think other people should as well, truth be told. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you for joining me. I hope this was useful for you.